You make me feel brand new. Okay, that's the download I got. So you make someone feel brand new. You make someone feel like they are living again. They are, if they was living a zombie life, they not living that life no more. Not anymore. Good day, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to Milk Honey Rose. Thank you for being here. I am Mystic Alchemy. And now there's a song coming to me. Who makes that song? Wait a minute. It's old. Hold on. I got to go back into the archives of my brain. The archives of my mind. The stylistics, I think. I think it's called You Make Me Feel Brand New. I mean, I'm sure if you type that in, you'll find it, just because that's the only song I know with those lyrics in it. So yeah. But it's like, you make me feel brand new. I sing this song for you. Dun, dun, dun. It's a very sweet love song. Okay, so that's the energy that I'm getting. I keep on hearing it in my mind. You make me feel brand new. It's in my head. I'm probably going to hear it throughout this whole message. But yeah, you make this person feel brand new. It's like you make them feel young again, because I think stress was really getting to this person. You know, stress is very unhealthy for us. You know, in this vessel, can't take too much of that. Stress will destroy a person. And this person, they did start to self-destruct. I feel here, they were using like these toxic coping mechanisms, is what Spirit is saying. So they would probably go out a lot to try to like relieve the stress, not realizing that they were entering into additional stress. Like that, wherever they were going, there was actually high stress levels in those locations, but it was hidden. There's something that they're saying that I'm not used to, but they're giving me this energy where it's like, okay, so you see how this person that we're discussing right now wants to go out to relieve stress. So they want to listen to music. They probably want to have a drink or two and live that type of lifestyle. You know, there's plenty of people that are running away from their problems and going and doing the same thing that they're doing. And they're not addressing the problem. So there's a bunch of distorted energies in places like this. So if you hook up with people in these places, it's highly likely that you will begin to take on their demons if you do the hookup. Okay? And you know, got to be careful nowadays with things like that, because it's just, you know, it's different out there. You don't want to get nothing you can't get rid of. I'm always going to say that. So keep that in mind. I know we all have needs and things, but you know, it's real out here in these streets, and there's real things that you can't get rid of. So be careful. Okay. But yeah, so this person was thinking that they were relieving stress when they were really actually only adding additional stress to the problem, until they recognized that their actions that they chose to take was a big part of their problem, because they weren't really healing. They were kind of just putting a band-aid over an open wound that needed stitches or something, like something that you can't put a band-aid on that. The more you put a band-aid on it, the more it will become infected, you know, because with an open wound, if it just stay open and it doesn't get cleaned, and there's all types of things from the environment just entering into your body through this wound, yes, it's going to get infected, you know? So you have to take care of it. And it's the same thing with experiences that they had inside of them that were really affecting them, that it was just like an open wound. They was trying to put a band-aid over it every night by going out and being with demons. They was living life in a den of demons all the time. And it wasn't a space of healing. It was a space of death. Like, you know, They realize this, and in you, in communication with you, they have found something new, something that actually does feel good, because they tricked themselves into believing that that lifestyle was actually good and fun and wonderful. But it wasn't. It was just an illusion, because they were stuck in the ways of the world, and they didn't even realize that they were. They was kind of like, oh, this is what I want to do. This is cool. This is fun. I like it. But that's just because they didn't have another option to choose from. It's kind of like that's what they were used to. That's what worked before. So why wouldn't it work now? Not realizing that they have grown from that space, and that there's more now. There's more. There's more than just that. Not to say they can't go out at all. I'm not saying that. However, it really does have a big impact on life in regards to who you choose to be around, who you choose to spend the most time with, and the energy of those individuals that you spend most time with. I just heard, those people that go to the club like 5 days a week. I always found that very crazy. I mean, that's just not me. I mean, people do it, to each his own, but it's just like crazy to actually want to do that. I don't know. I just found that it's a lot. It's excessive, but everybody has different energy, so, that's just the Virgo in me talking. But there's nothing wrong with going out, as long as you know what you're doing and you're taking the proper precautions. But yeah, a lot of people that go out every night like that, they don't be taking care of no responsibilities, because the only thing they could think about is going to the club, being lifted out of their mind from external use of substances, and regardless if they have a family or kids, they don't put those priorities in check. They don't put the family and the children first. They put first they prioritize going out and partying, so that's already a collapsed person. They can look real good on the outside, but their whole energy is collapsed. Like, where they're not going to do nothing. They're not going to do anything in life, really. That's because that's the life they live, so that's what they abide by. So anything outside of that it's no fun for them. They don't want to do that. So anything that has to do with responsibilities, they go in the other way. They don't want no responsibilities. No, honey. They don't want those. And they also don't think that, like, familial time and like legit, not, how can I say this? They don't find activities fun if it doesn't have anything to do with substance abuse, unfortunately, for many of those types of people. So I'm just saying all this to say, this is the quality of people that they were around, trying to find healing in a place where there was no healing. Okay, so with you, they're able to see more than what they're used to. And you make them feel brand new now, because they didn't even realize that they needed something new. You came into their life. You showed them the new for them to align themselves with, because they didn't realize that they actually like new. They realized that they're actually very tired of living that same lifestyle. It became like boring. It became empty. It became just a thing to do, to stop thinking about what the problems are. Instead of fixing them, they were putting a Band-Aid over an open wound, and it was becoming infected. And how they felt it is, right after they came back from, the hangover they just got out of, the problem is still there. It didn't go anywhere. And then they keep pacifying it by doing that same thing over and over again. They're tired of that now. And you helped them to be bold enough to get out of that cycle, because it was destroying them. Excuse me. And that is it for this message. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe, especially if the message does resonate with you. If you would like to book a healthy conversation, you can by visiting www.milkhoneyrose.org. And also, If you would like to join the membership here on YouTube to support me, I thank all of you who do decide to join in advance. Thank you. You are appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one.